this doesn't work, I'm giving up. Welcome to my July vlog. We're not going to talk about how late it is because it is not July anymore and there is snow on the ground. But I have a book from July to read that I've been meaning to read since July because that's when I acquired the audiobook. And that is The Sirens of Titan by Kurt Vonnegut. I hope that's how you say his name. This man is intriguing to me because when I was looking for the audiobook for this book, which my library didn't have, I came across some other ones that I thought were interesting that he wrote. So I'm very intrigued and very excited to actually read this. I have been excited to read this and I keep meaning to get to it. I just have no time. Okay, this feels like my whole life. I feel like I don't have time to do anything. This man wrote like Slaughterhouse-Five. He wrote Hocus Pocus of all things, which I was like, what the heck? There was something else that I was like, what the hell? Probably some like other things that we've all heard of, you know? So anywho, I'm intrigued. I've got some things to look up. If I like this, maybe I'll read Slaughterhouse-Five and Hocus Pocus. Who knows? Because who is this man? I need to learn more about him. That's kind of what's happening right now. So, we're not listening to these ones. So we're listening to The Sirens of Titan. This was recommended to me. I don't remember who. It's been almost a year since we did this 12 thing, and I'm going to power through the last little bit because I'm really behind, I will say that. So, I know nothing about this book. The author seems very intriguing. I didn't even read the thing. This book was published in '99, which means it's a year younger than my car is, and that's all the information I have at the moment. Let's go. This is my Saturday to read this book. I'm gonna try and do it all today. I don't even know how long the audiobook is. Hang on one sec. Let's check it out. 9 hours and 20 minutes. I could do that in 3. Let's go. I'm listening at 3 times speed, so it's really fast, but I'm only on chapter 1 of The Sirens of Titan. Let me tell you, this sounds like a classic, and I feel like it's older than I originally thought. This feels like almost, how do I describe this? This feels like, what's it called? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but more like a classic, and I am not loving it. No, I don't like how it's written at all. It's written like Guardians of the Galaxy, but in a way that is trying to make you feel stupid about what it's saying. And I don't like books that are like, I'm too smart for you, basically, in a weird sci-fi way. Like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy explained things though in like a dumb way, and I really loved that and I thought it was really funny. And this, it's not, I don't like this. Watch this be my first DNF out of these 12 challenge videos. I thought I was gonna love this. Oh my god. I was so excited. And now I'm like, don't talk to me like I'm stupid. Is basically how I feel right now. I know that's not what it's intending, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel like it's written. And I don't like classics. I don't like how this is, I don't like the voice of this at all. I don't like how it's talking. How it's saying things. You know, does that make sense? Yeah. And nothing has happened. They're just like introducing you to all the characters. This one dude who is just, the main character is like, first of all, I'm pretty sure she said that she's the richest girl in America and she has $17 million. Richest person in America, whatever, this old lady. Her husband materializes every 59 days or something in their house because he bought a spaceship for like $58 million and just like decided to go to Mars and drove through this thing and just fucking exploded basically. Now he materializes every 59 days and nobody's allowed to watch it, like it's a really secret thing. And look, I've done the first chapter. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Anyways, she finally invited this movie star to come see it and he saw him materialize, and this dude is just like telling him like, oh, here's your future. You're gonna go with my wife and make babies on Mars, but eventually you'll get to Titan, which is where you're supposed to be. I'm like, I'm just, it's a weird dystopian already. Nobody really space travels, but like there's also like capitalistic qualities where there's only one company that owns all the space stuff. But they have a rocket ship and they haven't sent it up because of some stupid ass reason, like it's not motivating. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna give this like 2 hours of listening time, maybe 3 hours of listening time, which is like 1 hour of my listening time because I'm listening at 3 times speed. And we'll see where I'm at because I'm not into it. So I was right. This is published in 1959. That would be why I don't like it. Thoughts. I am about 25% of the way through, like barely anything. It's 2 hours and 19 minutes I got into this thing. This feels like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy mixed with this other book that I'm not recalling off the top of my head currently, but I'm thinking about. This main character that we have, I don't even know what his name is, and the wife of the dude who just appears every 59 days have took it upon themselves to just ruin their lives on Earth, and I feel like that's the reason they're gonna end up going to Mars and such together. There's a lot of speculation as to how they're gonna get there, and they have no idea, but they are just so self-destructive right now in everything. And like, it's kind of like, well, this obviously just shows that you want to go to Mars because you're not trying to make your life here on Earth worthwhile. They're doing the exact opposite, basically. And it's just kind of irritating to listen to, and I don't really care. So I will be DNFing this because I don't have any other thoughts. I tried really hard, and this is going to be the shortest video ever. I'm so sorry. Maybe we'll just mix the rest of the months all together in one video. You know what? Let's do that. Let's just power through the rest of the months. So this will be July to December challenge. Why not? Because this is ridiculous. I didn't like this book. This video is gonna be like 5 minutes long. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just trying to figure out which book that this is making me think of. It's the same vibe, and I didn't like the vibe of that one either. It didn't interest me. I think I read it 2 years ago. I must have given it like 2 stars. I'm not far enough down. I think that was written in the 1920s. It was like on a list of books that you should read before you die, kind of thing. Nightwood by Juna Barnes. That's the same vibe that I'm getting. So I'm not really into it. I gave that one 3 stars because it made more sense. This one is science-y sci-fi gibberish that I just don't understand too, which is part of the reason why I'm like, this is not good. But like, yeah, I'm DNFing it. Like, I don't care enough. I'm like 25% of the way through, and it doesn't matter. So let's just go on to the next one, shall we? The next recommended book. So this was July's book. So let's go into August's. Hopefully August will be better. I have higher hopes for August. Where's my favorites? They're right here. August's book is The Black Swan of Paris. And I do believe I have the Kindle version of this book, but I will look up the audiobook because you know me. Audiobooks, right? So The Black Swan of Paris. Let's go with that one. Hopefully this will be better. And we continue on the video like nothing happened. Yeah, I'm not going to give that a rating. I'm not giving The Sirens of Titan a rating. It was not my vibe. It's like, I don't know, just makes me feel stupid when I read stuff like that, and I don't want to feel stupid when I'm reading. I'm here to enjoy, you know? Hopefully this one's better. I have higher hopes because it's been a rough year with these. This challenge book, ugh, not good. You know it's winter when you double sweater. This is like extra sweater. This is my update for the August vlog, which was The Black Swan of Paris. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm not even that far in. Here's the thing. I am very much, especially the last half of this year, in the if I'm not interested in it, I will give up. Which I'm 5% into a 17-hour audiobook, which means I've listened to shit all. I haven't even I'm like 20 pages in, let's be real. Chapter 2, like, I'm not even finished chapter 2. I have 9 minutes left in chapter 2 of this thing. Like, look, do you see that? Garbage. Absolute garbage reader here. I suck. I'm giving up. And hear me out. I'm not in the mood for a World War II novel, and that is purely it. The lady in here is a performer, that's what I understand. She saved a baby, she's on the run from the Germans, and she's in France. Like, Paris, I assume. The Black Swan, I'm sorry to whoever recommended me this. I'm going to mark it as read. I hope one day I'll be in the mood to return to it, but I'm truly not in the mood. But I'm going to mark it as read so that I can move on with my life onto bigger and better things. Does that make sense? I just it's not my cup of tea. One day it will be my cup of tea and I'll be able to give it a rating, but today is not that day. I've been trying for a week. I've been trying for a week to read this, and I can't. I turn it on at work for like 2 seconds. I'm like, no, I can't. It's not happening. Turn it on at home for 2 seconds. No, I can't even be sad about it. It's not what I'm in the mood for. So instead, I'm going to move on to the next book I have, which is I have on Audible. Let's go find it. I bought the rest of the books on Audible for this. And ooh, A Light in the Flame is here. This one is Dawn of the Moon Goddess is the next one that I have. And I don't remember who told me, I don't remember any of the last ones. I'm so sorry. I don't remember who recommended me these. I had a good long think about my reading next year as well, because it's November and I'm getting ready to like read for the rest of the year. And I'm not doing this challenge next year. It doesn't fit in with what I want to do, which is perfectly fine. It's perfectly okay. I tried it out this year and I did really good for the first 6 months of the year, and the last 6 months I failed miserably. I found some new favorites of mine and found some that I didn't even like, but so I'm gonna start this. It says at 3 times speed I have 5 hours and 27 seconds left, which means it's a 15-hour audiobook. I also have the Kindle version of this, so we'll see how that goes. I hope I gotta go in I have high hopes for this, but I'm trying to go in with low expectations because the last 2 books for this challenge, not fun for me. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be like that person to be like, the vibes are... Why is my face itchy? I just did my nails, so I don't want to scratch anything. But the vibes are very similar to Spin the Dawn and She Who Became the Sun, but only the first half. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm like halfway through-ish, maybe like 45% of the way through, listening to it at work. I just keep forgetting to update. I don't know anybody's name because obviously I'm listening to the audiobook. I don't have a physical one. I would like to buy a physical one because I'm really, really loving it. And this was exactly what I needed. I'm really upset that I didn't read The Black Swan of Paris, and I'm very upset that I didn't continue on with that. But Daughter of the Moon Goddess was exactly what I needed. And I'm not sorry about that. It's very much a weird premise of celestials versus kind of the humans, I guess, and our main character has a very interesting life, and I don't really know how to describe it. The main character is obviously the daughter of the moon goddess. Her mom became the moon goddess because of like lies and stuff, and by accident, and had to get stuck where she lives, and which is on the moon. And the empress of all the celestials has no idea that she has a daughter, and it's like all this drama. And then the daughter gets thrown down into the real world, into the celestial plane, basically, but still. Anywho, that's like the gist. Oh my god, I'm doing a shit job of explaining this. Anyways, she falls down, she works in a place for a little bit, then she accidentally meets the prince. She becomes the companion to the prince during a competition, and now she basically lives with the empress and the prince and the one who imprisoned her mother on the moon. And now I'm at the point where she is no longer with the prince and no longer his companion. They're kind of grown up now, and she's forging her own path. And that's where I'm at the moment. There's archery involved. I don't know. This is like the worst explanation ever. I'm so sorry. I'll come back when I have a coherent thought, apparently. I'm gonna be honest, I decided I was gonna become a DM and run D&D, and now that's all I can focus on. Send help. I don't know, I got into the habit of filming upwards at my face. It's not a cute angle. It's not even any better. Anyways, I finished Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and it was like... This is gonna sound so bad, but I already compared it to Spin the Dawn, and Spin the Dawn was a duology that very much had everything that I wanted but disappointed me in the end of the execution of it. Daughter of the Moon Goddess is everything I wanted Spin the Dawn to be. I think I rated it 5 stars. I hope I rated it 5 stars. I finished it last night, so I'm like still going through the motions of the book hangover of it. But it was truly everything I wanted Spin the Dawn to be. It was just gorgeous. There was a few parts where I was like, this is going a little fast. For example, bits with the dragons. There was just like decisions made on a fly, but I love that the main character stuck to her guns and she knew what she wanted, and she kept reminding herself like, hey, no. We're working towards this goal right now. Even though this thing over here seems really appealing, no, we're focusing. And she really proved herself in who she was and what she wanted, and I loved the outcome of it, and I thought it was a standalone, so the fact that it has a sequel is very It's out right now, so I don't even have to wait. I can go read it. But that's not the point. We're going to read the next one right now, which is Daughter of Molokai, which I have the physical book for. This one, which I read the first one in, I want to say March or April, and it made me cry like a baby. So I'm expecting similarities to this one. And I will be purchasing Daughter of the Moon Goddess. That will be a book that I am purchasing. It is in my cart on Indigo. I'm just waiting for like Christmas gift cards. But this one's next. I own the physical copy because I love Molokai and it was like gorgeous. I probably, however, will also listen to the audiobook on this one. And I am kind of hoping that this is the daughter of the main character in the first one that we're following. But I'm also like, that story is going to be devastating and I know I will cry. So I also am okay with it being somebody else. Does that make sense? I have a feeling it's the daughter. Infant Ruth. Rachel. Yep, it's about the daughter. I'm gonna cry like a baby. Oh my gosh. Just wait. I'm very nervous. This makes me so nervous. Oh no. Anywho, we'll get on this as soon as I can. This is my next audiobook I'm listening to, even though I'm physically reading a bunch of books right now for a readathon. This is important to me. And I will do it. And if I finish it this weekend, better news for me. I have to mentally prepare myself for this. A mental preparation. Vlog update. I was supposed to be reading Daughter of Molokai. Like, we had a whole conversation that I was gonna start this. I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't start it. So let's talk about what happened. Basically, I'm not gonna fill you in exactly on what happened, but I'm kind of like going through some trauma right now. I'm like, I'm kind of avoiding that said trauma is happening. Don't worry, I have my therapy appointment today. Probably gonna talk to her about it, but it's been like a week since it really happened, and I'm just kind of like not dealing with it emotionally. And I was so upset that I was like, okay, I can't read something sad. And I knew that Daughter of Molokai was going to make me sad. So instead of reading that, listening to that audiobook, I picked up the next book in the series for this thing, my 12-month challenge, which is Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. And this one is also about death and is sad. I mean, it's less sad than Daughter of Molokai. Like, I knew that one was gonna like really hurt. So I'm kind of gonna leave that one to last now, and I'm gonna read Under the Whispering Door, which I'm 7 chapters in and I'm loving. So much so I told my mom about it, and she has my Audible. Like, she's logged into my account so she can listen. She's like, give me that one, I want to listen to it. And I was like, okay. So I'm loving that one. I'm having a good time. Like I said, chapter like 7 or something. I fully intend to get the physical copy for this, but I want the paperback. So I never heard anybody say that. There's only a select group of people on BookTube who are like, I want the paperback. But here's the thing. I have his other book. What is it? The House of the Cerulean Sea. I have that one in paperback. So I would like them to match. Make sense? I'm not like that particular usually, but his covers look so similar that I'm like, they gotta match. They gotta go together. They have to all be paperback. So I'm just waiting for it to be published in paperback. And he's releasing something else very soon that's also gonna be, hopefully I'll wait for it paperback, but I can read the other one in the meantime. He has other books though, other than these ones that got popular. So there's a lot of his stuff to check out. But yeah, that's kind of what's happening, is that like, I'm too sad to read a sad book, so I'm kind of just avoiding it. I'm also still getting over this cold, even though I think it's literally been a week since I updated you guys. Also, you know, this week was supposed to be, I'm gonna tell you guys this because maybe some of you are wondering what happened. This week is supposed to be the Aurelium, like, go shopping for the Old Favorite Pass or whatever. Yeah, that thing. That's supposed to be happening this week. And I've been too sad to read and make the vlog for that. I had so many plans and like life kind of blew up in my face. So I will not be doing that anymore, which is fine. I fully accepted that vlog is not happening. It kind of like takes a whole vlog off my plate, which is really nice. And I can just chill a little bit and not worry about how fast I'm reading or how fast I'm not reading my books right now. I'm just trying to finish everything on my current reads before the end of the year, including this video right now. So we're doing our best here. We're trying our best. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't want to like advertise out my dirty laundry on the internet too, which is why I'm being super vague about what happened. But basically, the gist is I have a family member in the hospital right now. And what you need to know is that I was there when it happened. And that's why I'm having a difficult time. And it's kind of why I'm avoiding Twitter. By the way, guys, like, all my videos I edit and then I pre-upload to be scheduled. Like, I schedule like my tweets for those videos. So like if I'm ever like, you see no activity from me and then you see like a tweet or whatever go out for like my videos and stuff, everything is pre-scheduled. Like, I am the girly that pre-schedules. I pre-schedule my Instagram posts. Like, I have like no qualm. Like, that's my life. I like to be a month ahead in advance of everything that I do, and I just pre-schedule everything. So like if I'm like, I tweet like, hey, I'm taking a break from the internet, it's because like everything you see is gonna be like, oh, this is pre-scheduled up. Like, I'm taking a break from the internet. I usually spend about a weekend just doing all my YouTube video editing and scheduling everything to go up on Instagram and whatnot, and then I like disappear. So if you see that, that's what's happening. But anyways, I'm loving TJ Klune. I am gonna move on hopefully soon. I like want to get this finished today or tomorrow so that I can feel accomplished. But I also have been taking frequent trips to the hospital. So I'm just chilling. That's what's happening. I finished Under the Whispering Door. Wow. English. See, I can't speak. I give it 5 stars. I wanted to cry a couple of times, which I don't know if that's because, hang on, this is just awkward. I don't know if I wanted to cry because I'm in a very cry mood or because it was sad. It was sad. I don't know. I went through a whole lot of emotions the last 2 days, so having a fun time, but definitely loved it. I didn't expect the ending, if I'm honest. Like, I fully expected Wallace to just move on, which is fine, but I did like the ending a lot, and I liked like the concept of, I really enjoyed the concept of like, oh, what happens after you die, and like reapers and the ferrymen and all that. I really liked that aspect of it, like people being able to come to terms with the concept that they have died. Very enjoyable. I really like that, honestly. I just like really like that there was people there to help you like kind of move on, and you weren't just like left to your own devices as a ghost, which is super cool. And I really like the family dynamic of Hugo and his grandfather and May and the dog, and oh my god, it was so cute. I need to buy this book. There were so many moments that I was like laughing, and I'm like, I need to highlight this. And I was gonna update you guys like halfway through at the 50% mark or whatever, because I literally was up till midnight last night listening to this, and I'm like laying in bed just like giggling to myself because it was so funny. And I need a physical copy now. So like, we gotta go see when the paperback is, because I want the paperback so bad. I gotta figure out. And then like maybe I'll get it with like a Christmas gift card or something. We'll see. But I had a good time. Okay, and I'm gonna read The Riverman next. I have the audiobook for that, and then I'll go back to Daughter of Molokai, just like, you know, in reverse. Also, they brought out the 12 challenge again this year, and I posted it to see if I got enough recommendations. So far I've had 3 recommendations, so might not do it this time, but whatever. Oh, it does have paperback. Oh no, pre-order. January 30th. Okay, so it's coming out soon. I only have to wait like a month and a bit. So that's good news for me. January 30th. I can handle that. We'll just add it to my cart for now. That is the update. Hey, all my cart returned. The other day, I was like trying to go look at my cart to make sure like I had the right stuff in there, and it had just emptied. It just emptied. And I was like, what the fuck you mean it's empty? It just like all disappeared. I was so upset. Now it's back. That's so exciting. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm back in a good mood. It's a good day. The Riverman. Let's see how much I can listen to it today, because I'm just journaling, bullet journaling, so might as well listen to audiobooks all day. Why are all these books dealing with death? I'm like 5 minutes into The Riverman. The Riverman is a dead kid. Is it not? Why? Stop recommending me books with death. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I can't handle it mentally, especially right now. It's not happening. Update for the Riverman? Oh my gosh, I forgot. I'm sorry, but I did not finish it. I got like 50% of the way through and I decided to just put it down. I am not the intended audience, and for that I am sorry. I'm sorry, Claire. It's good, but it's not written for me. And I am at peace with that it is meant for middle grade people. It has the whimsical element that middle grade has, which I appreciated, but it was not written in a style that was meant to also be enjoyed by adults, and that's just how I feel. If you love this, like, good for you, but I couldn't do it. So in the meantime, I've moved on, and I'm reading Daughter Molokai, and I'm on chapter 7, a good chunk of the way through, and I am already in shambles. I am in shambles, okay? I can't handle it. Alan is crushing my hopes and dreams for life. He knows how to hit you really hard, and I'm gonna cry soon. I haven't cried yet, but I will. It's coming. I can feel it. I think the cat is gonna die. I think that's the starting point of disaster. I mean, disaster has already started, but Ruth is not aware of it, and I'm gonna be crushed. I'm going to be crushed. I'm not prepared. I don't want to cry in the last week of December. I really don't. But here we are. Update. I'm on like chapter 15 now, and chapter 14 was the hard chapter. Chapter 14 was the cry chapter, where Rachel and Ruth finally talked on the phone, so now I get Ruth's perspective. I love this. I'm glad I finished off with this. This is a good one to finish off with. It's already 5 stars, guys. I've lost the will to live. This sucked everything out of me, and I just spent like 2 hours crying. I don't even want to stand. Can I sit down here and tell you guys about how much I loved this? There's stuff that they didn't put in the first book about Rachel and like Ruth's relationship and stuff that they did. And there was more. I loved hearing about Rachel's grandchildren. And I need to go to bed. I don't have a thought. I can't finish the vlog right now. I'll be back when I'm more put together, but oh my god. I'm so sad. I'm emotionally more stable now. It is the next night. I did wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning with the worst migraine ever from crying so much, because I think I cried for about 2 hours. So work at 6:30 in the morning was not fun, neither was my drive, but here we are. I'm alive, and my head finally feels better, but that was a lot of crying. That was so much crying. 10 out of 10 recommend that book. Gave it 5 stars like I predicted I would, and just really needed that, I think. I kind of had a rough December and I didn't cry a whole lot, but I knew that I needed to cry, so this was a good time for that. It was a good time for that. You all need to suffer with me, so please read it. But also, this is the end of the vlog. I went through a little bit of a roller coaster with the last 12 challenge of this, and if you're seeing this and you recommended me a book for 2023, I only got 6 or 7 recommendations, so I will not be doing it next year. Alas, this is a 1-year thing. Not enough this time around, and if my aunt could stop recommending I read the Bible, that would be great, but we can only hope so much. Only so many things can happen. Anywho, I hope it was enjoyable. Thank you guys so much for watching, and here's the 2023. We're 3 days away. You guys will hopefully see this video soon, before the end of the year, but cheers. Thank you guys for your recommendations. This is a roller coaster of recommendations, I will say that. I applaud you for the roller coaster. Thank you. But I will see you all in the new year, so goodbye!